Good evening. Thanks again for your time. As promised earlier today, we have had further conversations with board, with the executive and with the teaching staff. I feel now in a better position to be able to give you the next updates on the way forward in this current and developing situation. I also want to thank you for your flexibility. There are things that are unveiling at each moment that may need some further adjustments as time goes on. We are shifting very quickly to a flexible delivery model. There are resources that are being now constantly updated and uploaded, ready for your child's learning. Again, want to encourage you that if you are at all able to keep your child at home for home learning, that would be greatly encouraged. We want to stay supportive of the direction as given by our New South Wales Premier earlier this morning. We will, however, have classes that will be occurring here, and these classes will be using also that flexible delivery mode so that students are getting used to that and so that there's no disparity between what is happening in home learning and what is happening here at school. We're also developing the Covenant Online Learning Guide. This will be a document we hope will be very valuable and useful to you and to your children. It's designed to give an outline on how to shift into online support and how to be able to work in flexible delivery from home. We recognise this is a learning adventure for all of us together and want to thank you for your flexibility and agility in this space. In the document will be various tips on how to set up a flexible delivery model at home. Also some videos, short videos from each of our deputies, both for junior and secondary school, from pastoral care, and also if we've got questions about general business arrangements too from our business manager. These videos will be uploaded regularly so that the information can be as up to date as needed. It'll also have various guides for what parents are committing to, what is expected from students, and just how to be able to get in contact with the school as well. We'd appreciate your feedback as this document is released. It's not ready quite yet, but our staff are working very quickly to make sure it will be out to you as soon as possible. A further initiative that we'll be moving towards is the shifting of school holidays to allow an extra week of time for our staff members to be able to ensure that they are well and truly ready for term 2 if we need to continue in a flexible delivery model. That means that we are proposing that term 1 will finish on Friday the 3rd of April for all students from prep through to year 10. Year 11 and 12 will be continuing with their assessments in week 11 as has been proposed. We will, however, be allowing our year 11 and 12 students to have 2 days of additional study leave that will be Thursday the 2nd of April and Friday the 3rd of April prior to these assessments. We know that assessment and the way that we are going to be thinking through delivery of HSC is something that is incredibly important to our senior students and parents. Right now, NESA are formulating some documentation and further advice on how all assessment will be managed for the HSC. At this point in time, therefore, it would be unwise of us to make too many comments until we have those initiatives before us. Please be assured though that as we know, we will be passing that information on. NESA are keen to make sure that all people in the state are receiving timely advice. Junior school parent-teacher meetings, we believe, are of high value, particularly in this uncertain time. We therefore would like to ensure that they can go ahead in somewhat of a different way. We're proposing that these will be held in week 10 and they will be done over the telephone. Our junior teachers will be available. They will have regularly scheduled appointments in much the same way as we've had previously. Details will be coming out shortly about that, and you will have your allotted time. Our junior teachers are keen that you feel well informed. Obviously, the extra dynamic of being able to meet together looking at your children's work and working through things face to face is something that we greatly desire. But we felt that the timeliness of having communication with you was equally of importance. And so for that reason, we want to be able to have these modified meetings before the end of term 1. Obviously, communication is going to be incredibly important. We will be trying to put some guidelines around how parents and students are best able to contact teachers. We will be asking as far as possible if emails can be sent during normal business hours. If we could limit email contact to between 8:30 and 4:30, that would really help our staff to make sure that they can get timely responses back to you. We will be working hard to ensure that everything will be answered within the 24-hour period. Currently, there is no requirement that we would be looking at students working to a fixed timetable from K to year 10. So it would be more likely that students can actually ask questions during the day with staff members seeking to get back to those and get the answers back again within the day's time. If things do take a little longer to get back to you, then the staff member will indicate that as well. More details about this and about communication will also be in the Covenant online guide. We hope that this advice will help you to see too, flexible delivery at Cubby is not just about putting your child in front of a screen. We recognise that meaningful Christian education involves a great deal more than just being able to look at something that's loaded up and children sitting in front answering simple questions or even complex ones. There'll be activities that are still requiring deep thinking. There'll be opportunities when they'll be encouraged to participate in activities in the household. We want your child to still be a part of home and community life as far as is possible in these current days. So please feel free to be asking those questions over the next little while. If you've got ideas or other suggestions, we'd love to hear. Please make sure that you again ring through to the front office and we'll make sure that call is directed to the appropriate place. There will be times when you need to have some flexibility too, and we want to recognise that as well. Those things can also be communicated back to your child's teacher. Thank you again for your understanding. I recognise that I won't have been able to answer every question during this video link, but your feedback has been very helpful to us, and it does seem that videos have been a useful way for you to be able to feel that we're still here. We know you are too. We are working together in partnership. We appreciate your ongoing prayer and support. We know that it is important that together we work to have successful Christian education for your children. For you as our families, we value you greatly, and we hope that we will be able to communicate again to you in a timely manner any further updates. From now, you can probably also expect communications from either junior school or secondary, and we won't flood you with too much information, but just enough to help you know that we will do all we can to assist for positive learning in 2020. Thank you so much.